would everyone, including you, join me in a deep breath in and out. In and out. Are you at least like a little more relaxed than you were like a second ago? Well, good for you. That's just one aspect of the beauty of meditation. Meditation gives us a sense of calmness, peace, stress-free, and it improves our emotional well-being and our overall health, and it decreases high levels of stress and anxiety, something a lot of college students deal with. I don't know if any of you watched my introduction speech, but I talk about my mother and how spiritually driven she is. She loves essential oils, astrology, crystals, meditating. So I've grown up learning about meditating. I've gathered professional research on it, and I have talked with some peers about it. You cannot convince me that not everyone, especially college students, would benefit from a feeling of just calmness in this stress suffocating box that college can be. So today, I'll be telling you why we feel stressed or anxious. I'll be telling you some ineffective and toxic solutions that students might try, and I'll be telling you why meditation could be your solution. Now that I've briefly covered what we'll be talking about today, let's get straight to the first point. It is extremely uncommon not to meet a student who doesn't have or has had high anxiety or stress levels. So how do we combat that? Well, first, let's talk about what stress and anxiety is. To put into simple terms, stress is our body's response to pressure. Anxiety is what we feel when we feel worrisome, fearful, or shameful. It makes a lot of sense why college students experience it. According to the National Institute of Mental Health, roughly 8 out of 10 American college students have reported of high levels of stress and anxiety. That is a lot of students. I'm just one student, but maybe one of you can relate. Sometimes I wake up and I just have this terrible feeling in my chest. I'm worrying about something, but I don't know what I'm worrying about yet. And then I start manually breathing, and then it just goes really downhill from there. In addition, we as students were never taught how to truly relax. We as students were never taught how to truly relax or have good time management or good self-care. All very important factors that have a role within our stress and anxiety levels. I was curious and I did a little bit of digging to see if any elementary school, middle school, or high schools provided a course that would prepare us for the mental complications that we might have in college. What did I find? I found history, that is important, but history, calculus, geology, geometry, chemistry, physics, y equals mx plus b. When is the last time any of us have used y equals mx plus b? Fast forward to present college students, I went to a couple of my friends and I was like, when's the last time you guys experienced anxiety? I got today, and I got an hour ago. And I had a follow-up question, and that was, all right, what did you do about it? And I got nothing. So now that I've told you a little bit about the problem, let's go over some ineffective solutions that have been attempted. It's pretty common for a college student to pick up a habit that feels really good in the moment, but it really harms them in the future. A common one being drugs and alcohol. And don't look at me like I'm some snitch grandma party pooper. I'm a college freshman who does college freshman activities. I'm talking about the students who rely on it to avoid their feelings or their stressful situations in their life. The National Library of Medicine proves that substance abuse literally only adds, triples, quadruples the chemical and hormonal changes that happen when someone is going through something stressful. Have any of you guys heard the term hangxiety? That horrible feeling you feel all of Sunday? You either don't remember what you said all weekend, you hated yourself all weekend, and you literally don't want to check any Snapchat story, your Snapchat memories, and you just don't want to get out of bed. Somebody who relies on substances to escape their feelings or problems, their come down is going to be terrible because they never learned how to deal with their problems sober. I was curious and I looked up on Google search how to reduce stress. The first thing I saw was laugh more. I also saw get active, be positive, all very unrealistic things to say to someone, especially a college student who can't even get themselves out of bed. A survey done by stateuniversity.com showed that the average college student works about 35 to 40 hours a week on their homework. Not to mention, if they have a job, 40 hours is already a full-time job. They could have a job and they're too busy trying to worry about themselves, get food in their own bellies, and not to mention if they're a parent and they have to provide for a child. Telling someone to get active is kind of offensive in sort of a way. Has your mom ever told you, like, do the dishes, but you were already thinking about doing the dishes and now you do not want to do the dishes anymore? If someone's in really stressed state and someone tells you get active, you kind of want to do quite literally the opposite just to spite them. I guess that's just how this generation's mind works kind of nowadays. Now that I've told you ineffective solutions, I'm going to give you a solution that could be accomplished in your bed, and that would be meditation. To put into simple terms, meditation gets rid of all those overwhelming thoughts that creates this tension in your mind and your body. Mayo Clinic recently did a study to truly understand what meditation is and its benefits. Again, to put into simple terms, meditation is hyper-focusing on one thing. Most commonly, that is your breathing, but it can be anything. It's relaxed breathing, being in a quiet setting, in a comfortable position. Luckily, you can do that from your bed. Unless it doesn't, then you can find another place. It could be your favorite spot at the beach, and instead of focusing on your breathing, you're focusing on the sound of the waves. Practicing meditation will lead to a very calm, stress-free, peaceful moment. And it doesn't stop when you stop meditating. It can lead to a calm rest of your day, and it can prepare you for the symptoms that anxiety and stress might provide. It truly has the ability to have you in the moment. A study admitted by Yale found that practicing mindfulness meditation slows down the default mode network, DMN. It's a brain network, obviously in your brain, and it slows down all the thoughts when we're not really thinking about something specific, but we're rather going thought to thought or idea to idea. Going idea to idea, really allowing you to be in the present. Students love worrying about what they're doing after college, what they're doing on the weekend, or their boyfriend or girlfriend that broke up with them 6 months ago. And you know, when you could just be eating breakfast, you could be doing nothing, and then you just get yourself like sad or mad because you thought about your childhood cat that died. Well, practicing meditation allows us to really just slow all that down and really be in the present moment. Meditation is a great habit to just reduce that stress and anxiety that you can kind of make up yourself, if that makes sense. To conclude, I'd like to remind you being a student is super, super stressful, but meditating can help. Just taking 10 minutes out of your day to completely slow down might give you that sanity that you need. We will never be able to avoid our stress and anxiety. We might think we are with very short-term solutions that only harm us in the future, but just taking a moment to slow down could change more about your life than you think. So let's take one more deep breath in and out.